What if I were to tell you that there was a player in basketball history who was so good that Luka Doncic would say, quote, he was a spectacular player, I would take almost everything from his game? What if I said that same man started playing professional basketball at the age of 15, averaged 41.4 points per game overseas at the age of 22, scored 112 points in a single game, and finished second in scoring in the 1992 Olympics while leading his country to a silver medal, only losing to the United States Dream Team. And in that Olympic gold medal game against the United States, Drazen Petrovic would in fact lead the game in scoring with 24 points while also racking up 5 assists and 4 steals on 8 of 17 shooting. Yes, Drazen Petrovic was an absolute bucket. Just listen as Reggie Miller says,
the best shooter I've ever seen and played against was Drazen Petrovic.
Oh yeah.
Shoot with range, quickness, hand in your face, the greatest shooter.
Drazen is also in the Basketball Hall of Fame and averaged over 20 points per game in the NBA twice, with his final season ending at the age of 28, where he put up 22.3 points per game and led the New Jersey Nets to the playoffs while also being named to the 3rd team All-NBA, officially marking him as one of the top 15 players in the NBA at the time. And because he was just 28 years old, it seemed like Drazen Petrovic was only getting started. However, tragedy struck. In one of basketball's biggest tragedies, Drazen Petrovic would pass away at the age of 28, and so today we are going to tell his story. We are going to look back at one of the greatest players who was never named an NBA All-Star and answer the question, what if Drazen had a full NBA career? What if he had come to the NBA sooner? Would he have been a star in the NBA during the 1990s? That's what we're going to find out. So what's up guys, Mike here, and yes, today we are going to look at the career of Drazen Petrovic, a man who was not only one of the best players of his time, but who also paved the way for stars such as Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic. Trust me when I say, it will shock you when you learn just how dominant Drazen was, and you'll ask yourself, what if Drazen played in the NBA for his whole career? Is it possible he would have made a huge difference? Before we continue though, I am very excited to say I'm doing a giveaway for every single video I post in March, and a huge PS5 or Xbox Series X giveaway overall. I will get into the details of that giveaway halfway through this video and at the end of this video as well, so make sure to pay attention. And guys, before we continue, I'm happy to say that this video is sponsored by Basketball Arena, who is currently hosting a $50,000 win streak event. And I think the best way to show you what this game is all about is to play my editor Tom in a game right now. Tom, if you win this game, I'll edit this video.
Okay.
Alright guys, as you can see, bang, 4-3. Every player has energy bars, and doing things like shooting 3-pointers or dunking costs energy. When you use too much energy, you have to switch out your players. Oh!
Is that a multimeter?
Oh no, there's 10 seconds left. There's 10 seconds left, but oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm passing it to myself.
Oh my god.
I'm passing it to myself, got the 2.
And guys, for game 2, I'm about to show you right here a power up. Boom!
Oh no.
Oh! What's weird?
Down 10.
Oh! And guys, on top of beating your friends, you can customize your team, as you can see right here. I have superstars already, which are gonna help me in the win streak event. So guys, you see how fun this game is, which means make sure to go click the link in my description right now to download Basketball Arena and to enter into the $50,000 win streak event. That's right, the top 10 players on the win streak event are going to win cash prizes ranging from $1,000 to $25,000. You're not gonna wanna miss that, so again, click the link in my description and just go download Basketball Arena. It's a great time. Now, continuing on with this video, I want to begin with perhaps the biggest game of Drazen Petrovic's life. And that is not the 1992 gold medal game, which we will get into, because while the 1992 gold medal game ended with a Drazen loss, the 1990 FIBA World Championship was very, very different. As remember, the United States absolutely dominated the rest of the world at the time and were very much the favorites to win the 1990 FIBA World Championship, only that's not what happened. As in the semifinals against Team USA, Drazen Petrovic would drop 31 points in 31 minutes and lead Yugoslavia to an upset over the United States, and from there, Drazen would lead Yugoslavia in scoring with 20 points in the gold medal game in a blowout win against the Soviet Union, telling the world that both Yugoslavia was a force to be reckoned with and that Drazen Petrovic could score on anyone. This brings us to the 1992 Olympics, where due to worldwide events, the country of Yugoslavia was actually broken up, and suddenly, Drazen was now playing for Croatia, a devastating blow as he lost star center Vlade Divac in the process. This turn of events was supposed to derail Croatia, however, they made a shocking run in the 1992 Olympics, securing a silver medal while losing to the Dream Team in the finals. If the United States did not decide to send NBA players to the Olympics for the first time ever, it is very likely that Croatia would have come away with the gold medal, an absolute historic feat for their country as they only have one silver medal, the one that Drazen won them in 1992. And despite the losses in his games against the United States, Drazen would earn international respect. As John Stockton would recall, you could see it in their eyes, they had no chance to beat us. That was the approach of every NBA guy except for one, and that was Drazen Petrovic. He was one unique person that felt he had a chance and played like it. He was the one guy that stood out, which really should come as no surprise, because headed into the 1992 Olympics, Drazen Petrovic had already proven to be special. At just the young age of 15, Drazen was already playing professional basketball for his local team of Šibenik, and from there, Drazen would move teams to Sabonia and form the best backcourt in Europe with his older brother, as in 4 years playing with Sabonia, Drazen would lead his team to 2 EuroLeague championships while he himself averaged a combined 37.7 points per game. During this time, Drazen would actually be taken by the Portland Trailblazers in the 1986 NBA draft, but because of a law that stated that any player who left Yugoslavia for the NBA had to be at least 28 years old, Drazen could not play in the NBA and instead signed with Real Madrid. With that said, the wheels were in motion to get Yugoslavia's star player playing on the ultimate stage, which means enter Jose Antonio Arizaga, a major European sports agent at the time, who recalled in 2014, quote, "In Yugoslavia, everything can be fixed with money. But if Drazen comes out, the other under 28s are going to be off and we're going to have a mess." You can imagine what it took to bribe, corrupt, and pay to change a law in a case like this. So because of this, because of the bribery and corruption it took to allow Drazen to enter the NBA, he had to wait 3 full seasons and finally join the Trailblazers as a 25-year-old for the 1990 season. If this law was never in place, Drazen Petrovic probably would have joined the NBA after he was drafted, and his entire career would have been different. Because playing against better competition, it is a certainty that Drazen would have developed at a faster pace and could have reached levels he never got to reach playing against European competition. And guys, before we continue, I do want to go into more detail on the huge giveaway I'm doing. Remember, all you have to do to enter these giveaways is subscribe, and to start things off, we're doing a big one. I'm going to give away a PS5 or Xbox Series X as soon as we reach 1.7 million subscribers. We're already very close, so just click subscribe and let's get there. And as for this single video, for every single video I post in March, I am going to be doing a giveaway for anyone subscribed. For this video, I'm going to pick one subscriber and I'm going to buy you any single basketball jersey of your choice. So make sure to subscribe to be entered into both giveaways. All it takes is one click of a single button, and that helps us a ton on our goal to reach 2 million subscribers in 2021. I cannot wait to pick a winner. Make sure to subscribe so you can win, and let's continue with Drazen's NBA debut. Now, it is here where unfortunately Drazen was hit with another roadblock that was out of his control that hurt his NBA career. Because when Drazen finally reached the NBA at the age of 25, Drazen was buried on the bench as the Blazers were NBA Finals contenders who already had 2-time All-Star Terry Porter starting at point guard and Hall of Famer Clyde Drexler starting at shooting guard, both in their primes. Which meant in the 1990 and 1991 seasons, Drazen would only average 12.6 and 16.6 minutes per game, but looking at his per 36 numbers, per 36 minutes, Drazen averaged a combined 21.9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game on 49% shooting. If he actually went to a team that needed a shooting guard, he would of course have been given a bigger role and could have immediately showcased his abilities. Instead, it would take a trade to the New Jersey Nets to unleash Drazen, and it was in New Jersey where he finally began to shine. The Nets had not reached the playoffs since 1986, but in 1992, with Drazen leading the team in scoring, the team broke their playoff drought, and from there, in 1993, the team again made the playoffs as a 6th seed, and Drazen would finish with an average of 22.3 points on 52% shooting from the field and 45% shooting from 3. That is why Reggie Miller called him the greatest shooter he ever played against. Only, here is another thing that held Drazen back. Because the thing is, the 3-ball in the NBA at the time was still a new concept, and so Drazen only shot 2.4 threes a game in 1993. He was more than capable of making them. If he played in the modern era, you can be sure he would have been an absolutely lethal scorer with bigger numbers. However, just based on the way basketball was played in the 90s, he did not shoot as many threes, so he did not score as many points. Despite this, again, Drazen was third-team All-NBA. He was seen as a top 15 player in the NBA, which meant at this point, he was ready to take the next step and fully become an NBA star. Only tragedy struck. On June 7th, 1993, Drazen Petrovic was killed in a horrible car crash, tragically ending his career and his life. This was one of those times where life is horribly unfair and the world mourned Drazen's death. But if there is any consolation, Drazen's legacy will be felt forever, because Drazen Petrovic was not only a star in his own right, he was and is an inspiration to millions of aspiring young European basketball players. Due to his success, kids growing up in Europe believed they could reach the NBA. As Rasho Nesterovic has said, quote, Drazen was one of the greatest players ever. Back home, 90% of kids tried to be like him. His hard work inspired a lot of kids. Dirk Nowitzki has also stated, everybody loved him in Europe. He was an icon and a legend. He influenced everyone who started playing basketball around that time. I remember Drazen as being one of the best European players ever. And so while Drazen's life was cut short, he was also such an important figure to millions that his legacy will be felt forever. And so there we have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I do want to say, make sure to download Basketball Arena in my description right now. And as for the giveaway, again, all you have to do is subscribe to be entered into both giveaways. The big one is I'm going to give away a PS5 or Xbox Series X. You can have your choice as soon as we reach 1.7 million subscribers. We're getting close. Subscribe so we can get there and I could give one of you a PS5 or Xbox. And as for this video, as for this giveaway, I'm buying one of you who is subscribed any basketball jersey of your choice. And I'm also doing giveaways for every single video I post in March. So if you subscribe right now, you're going to be entered forever. So guys, all it takes is one click of a button. Go subscribe. I cannot wait to see who wins these giveaways. I love giving back to you guys, and for everyone who is already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music. If you're still here while the music is cued, here are two videos I think you are definitely going to enjoy. Make sure to click on one of them. Again, I know you're gonna love it. And other than that, have a great day and peace.